Welcome back, everybody, to another chess video. Today, as you guys can see, we have Neil Armstrong as the white pieces going up against probably his toughest opponent yet, Megatron with the black pieces. Now, this game was played right before Neil Armstrong went to the moon, and this was just a very fun game. I got to see this live. So this was in 1222 BC. BC stands for bacteria crisis, I believe. Sorry for all of the weird Windows noises. But regardless, BC stands for bisexual Catwoman, as I said earlier. And we're gonna just hop right into this game. I'm very excited to show you guys this. This was one of the greatest historic games of all time. Without further ado, we get Neil Armstrong starting off very strong. He just got done lifting 3,000 pounds with his right arm, so that's how he got the nickname Armstrong. His last name was actually Greg, but everyone just called him Armstrong because he had the strongest right arm of all time. So you can usually just go here. His arm was so strong, he went here, which is that I've never seen that before, and that can be taken two different ways, both of which are completely losing. And Megatron knows this. He knows it, if you take here, that opens up your king, and that's simply checkmate. You go here, boom, opens up your king, and that's simply checkmate. So you kind of cooked either way. So instead of taking, you have to play here, defending this pawn, and that's Megatron finds it. He finds the best move. Megatron just got back from a tea party. He was actually I don't know if the Bible actually mentions Megatron, but he just got done. The Bible was actually false. Judas didn't die from hanging himself. Judas actually died from Megatron. Megatron was like, "Oh my gosh, why'd you sell Jesus out?" And Megatron ended up killing Judas, which was, I mean, it pisses me off that the history books lie about that, and they say Judas offed himself. It's just not true. So Megatron is like still thinking about that, and he's just pissed off. He's just mad. So he's trying to play as smart as possible. We get this move, which is defending the pawn, hitting the knight, and Megatron, right, like already after the 15th move. I think there's been 15. Yeah, 15th move. He's already on the defense. So he's like, ah. He does this thing with the knight. This was an over the board game, and he kind of picks his knight up, and he's like, and he's kind of like, he's almost in a trance, like his robotics kind of malfunction. He's just like, ah. And it's like 2 hours of this, and Neil's like, dude, like, I don't have time for this. I need to get some sleep. I have to go to the moon in the morning. Like, I don't have time for this. And Megatron, this was his entire plan, was to get Neil just mad, because now, boom, fork, and Neil realizes the mistake he made. He lost his temper. He lost his cool. Now, fortunately, there is a way to rebalance it, and that is by going king here. So obviously, after takes the rook, you take the knight back. Your king is safer than black's king, but obviously you're down material. We get king here. This is one of the wildest moves I have ever seen in my entire life. This is actually one of the craziest things I've ever seen. The reason this is crazy is because usually in order to get your king to this square, you would have to play one, two, three, four, five moves. Megatron does it in one. That is the most absurd thing I've ever seen. This is one of the greatest games of all time for sure. Neil goes here trying to create some space for his king just in case he gets checked. And it's perfect timing. Boom, he gets checked, he takes, and he moves here. He has space. Now, at some point, there'll probably be a discovered check on the king. And, Megatron's like, I don't want that. So he goes here. He's already got a rook eyeing this pawn up. All of his pieces have been developed really well. And we get Neil. Neil moves here. He goes here as well. Fianchetto's the queen. And in this position, now that the king is safe, Megatron can take. Now, after Megatron took, Neil looked at him and he was like, "Ah, you're really good." He's like, "You're good at chess." And Megatron was like, "I mean, yeah, I'm a robot. Obviously, I'm good." So he goes here. Now, it looks like that hangs a bishop. It does. Yeah. So he takes. Megatron takes, and Neil's like, "But you fell for my trap." And the trap was to hit the queen. Now the queen is hit and needs to move. Um, if the queen moves here, it's just gonna get hit again with the rook. So the queen's like, boom, all the way back here. Now the rook comes in, and Neil is bullying. And when I say bullying, I mean like absolutely bullying Megatron. Like all these pieces are just like the bishop can't move. If the knight moves out here, like it's too late. It's pretty much over. Megatron finds the only move, rook here, offering an exchange of rooks, which is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. So they exchange rooks, and the knight comes here, and this is the only time this position has ever happened where you have it goes bishop, knight, queen, knight, pawn here, and then the king over here with this king, and the queen here with this bishop. This position has only been reached once, and it was in this game. The threat here is if black just plays willy-nilly and takes the knight, they get forked, which is insane. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like a fork. It is. And if they take here, obviously the bishop takes. But in this position, Neil Armstrong was like, "I'm blind, bro." He takes the queen. You can just take the queen. I know it confused me too. We get takes, boom, defended by the knight and the queen pressuring the bishop. Bishop moves back. We got takes, and then we got this move. It's threatening something. I'm not sure yet what it is, but it's threatening something. And Neil Armstrong in this position, he realizes a pivotal mistake that he made. Instead of moving the knight here, he should have moved the knight here. Because now that he moved the knight here, it's it's just not good anymore, and he just realized that. So we get bishop here, fianchettos. After the knight moves, we get takes, and then we get this position. Now, um, after Megatron takes, this looks pretty difficult for black to win because Neil has a queen, but you got to remember, the rook in chess and the knight and the bishop combined equals slightly more than two pawns together. So this is actually a completely winning game for Neil Armstrong. Megatron though, he's like, I don't care. He goes here. He's really trying to coordinate his piece as well. And Neil goes here. Boom, defends. He's trying to take that pawn. It was already defended, but he defends it again. Um, Actually, he just takes the queen because that was free. Megatron's just really putting the beating on him here. Sacks the rook. He's like, I got enough pieces, whatever. Megatron ends up giving up a few more pieces. Uh, we get takes, and this position looks unwinnable for black. It really does. It looks like black isn't going to win this game. Like how could black possibly win the game when the saying goes, when the king is on c7, uh it's harder to win than driving to a 7-11. And that is it. Also, you also add to the saying, you say when the this is like an extension, it's like part 2 of the quote. When the king is on c7, you don't get a c section because you won't go to heaven. And that is one of the most famous lines from Drake that I've ever heard. It's so good. It's such a good line, good bar. Um, Megatron, boom, opposition, opposing, opposing the king, and the king's like, I'm mad because You opposed it. And Neil is fighting to hold this down. And Megatron is like, whatever. And he goes here, and in this position, we get, hold on, we get, oh, king can go there, hold on. We get, boom, wait, boom. This pawn's covering this. Check. Hold on. Can't go there, 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 can go there. Crap. Boom, checkmate. Nope. Checkmate. Yeah. Megatron wins this game due to checkmate. One of the craziest games I have ever seen in my entire life. If you guys liked the video, let me know what you guys want to see for the next video. Top comment I will probably do. I have to know the two characters in order to, remember which game happened. Uh, only suggest true historical chess games. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm really pushing to get monetized here with these true factual chess games. So if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, leave a comment, leave a few $100 for me. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your guys' day or evening, whatever it is.